بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي.
Hello, we have already learned about memory, information being stored, information being retrieved, and also the information being lost in our previous lectures. In this lecture, I am showing you some movie clips to discuss a little bit more about the different reasons why we forget and why do we have memory loss. Every time when you have lost some information, it does not mean you have a brain injury like you have seen in the movies. In most of the movies, due to some accidental brain injury, people get memory loss. But there might be several other reasons. In this lecture, we will see different reasons why does it happen. As a general idea, if you are feeling a sort of memory loss or you think that you at times forget things, you need to do some research. Why does it happen? And then you can reflect on yourself, your own awareness, why you are forgetting things. And you can also examine your self control on the things. For example, if you really struggle to remember something, then you can make note of it. What kind of the thing is this that you are struggling with? You may need for some medication in severe cases, but then you need a counselor before going to the chemist. So, as a general idea, the memory loss may happen in any age and it does not always relate with the old age or with the head injury. I mean, even a teenager may have some sort of memory loss for several other reasons. Let's see, why do we have memory loss? For example, you have unhealthy habits like lack of sleep, or you do not have good sleep, or you do not have enough sleep. Then you may have overloaded yourself with the work and you are overwhelmed with lot of things to do. You have a lot of stress on your mind and you have to manage a lot of things in limited time. In this way you exhaust yourself. Don't you think that these things may affect your memory? Yes, they do. They do. And you also know that your brain is busy in generating neurons and new connections throughout your life. So it means if there are some sort of memory loss, you may recover faster if you know how do the brain process and what kind of support the brain demands from you for its efficient working. Sometimes the reason for memory loss is much bigger and significant than everyday stress. For example, depression. The long lasting depression can be a cause of memory loss, and sometimes, if the things are not changing in your life and your depression prevails for a longer time period, it may disturb your memory and you may have a long term memory loss. In such cases, you need a psychiatrist help. Yes, a professional help you need. Another reason that I have already told you in as the reason of head injury. Yes, head injury may cause memory loss. Sometimes it is recoverable with the recovery of the brain. However, sometimes it may be serious enough that you lost some of your memory forever. You must know that normal memory loss problems does not necessarily get worse with the time, or it does not mean that you have serious enough problems that you might lose your memory forever. Now I will show you some of the movie clips or just the movie posters which are based on the concept of memory loss. Hope you have seen some of those. But before going to show you the posters or movie clips, I just asked you a question about the movie Gajni. Maybe some of you have watched it. It is somehow similar with the movie Memento. My question is, how does Amir Khan in the movie Gajni recalls his lost memory? When he saw the tattoos, some text on his body, or the pictures, do you think these pictures and the text works as a retrieval cues to recall the lost memory? If your answer is yes, please elaborate in your workbook that how does this thing work?
Who are you?
I'm your husband, Ben. You had a bad accident. You store up information for a day. When you wake up in the morning, it's all gone.
Christine,
Yes?
it's Dr. Nash. You won't remember me. We've been doing some work on your memory.
Rod's best relationships were with his patients, and he wasn't looking to settle down. But one day, the unthinkable happened. The only problem is,
What is going on?
About a year ago, Lucy was in a terrible car accident. She lost her short-term memory.
she won't remember him tomorrow.
You and I are actually seeing each other.
Don't worry, you're not going to suffer any short-term memory loss.
Did you sleep?
No. I'll sleep at the hotel.
Welcome to Berlin.
Can you tell me what you remember?
I was in a taxi. I crashed. I don't know how I got here.
You have been in a coma for 4 days. We couldn't find any identification with you. What's your name?
I'm Dr. Martin.
He has the skills of a dangerous man.
I need to know what went wrong.
I think he snapped.
But he has no memory.
We don't take care of this, we will both burn. It's trained, conditioned, built to disappear. It's a name, Jason Bourne. Let's see if the Paris police can find him for us.
And the only way he can survive
Talk a lot.
is to find out who he is.
I guess you're not home. Monsieur Bourne!
I don't recognize any of this.
Before they find out
Get the address. I think I got it.
In his.
where he is.
Get everybody up. I want them all activated. Do it now!
What is it? Something wrong?
We can't stay here. It's not safe.
He's out of control. It's very clear what needs to happen.
Based on the international bestseller
I don't want to know who I am anymore.
from Universal Pictures,
You got to get as far away from me as you can.
What are you gonna do?
Danger
I have everything been put inside me.
is
Everything I ever learned. All of it.
Anonymous motel room. I guess I've already told you about my condition.
Oh, well, only every time I see you.
It's my memory.
Amnesia.
No. It's different from that. I have no short-term memory. I know who I am. I know all about myself. Since my injury, I can't make new memories. Everything fades. My wife deserves vengeance. Doesn't make any difference whether I know about it. Just because there are things I don't remember doesn't make my actions meaningless.
You really want to get this guy, don't you?
Killed my wife. He took away my fucking memory. Something doesn't feel right. I think someone's fucking with me, trying to get me to kill the wrong guy.
What have I done?
Come on, Leonard. How many times I gotta tell you? It's not safe for you to hang around here anymore.
Why not?
Because the cop's looking for you.
You're gonna pay for what you did. Who did this to you?
What?
Who did this to you?
After watching these clips, you have got an idea how the memory loss, its effects on the personal and social life, and the process of recovery has been conceptualized and picturized in these movies. You have studied in last few lectures about the memory process, storage and loss of information, and retrieval process as well. For example, if you remember the theory on the levels of processing and some other models of memory that we have studied before, you see how the perception, structure, meaning, and analysis of the information helps to get the best memory. The deeper processing means better memory. There may be several ways to enhance deeper processing, such as verbal cues, visual cues, signposts, hypothetical scenarios, fill in the blanks, organizing objects and words. The way information is encoded and the way it is retrieved both are important in the process when we recall something, some event or some experience. As we have already studied this in detail in our previous lectures, I will suggest you to read your textbook from page number 170 to 190 and you will get a better idea what do we mean here. Besides amnesia that you have watched in the movies, now let us recall some of the theories on forgetting. First one is the encoding failure. Encoding failure means that the information were not encoded properly in the long-term memory, and there may be several reasons for this. If you remember the model of memory processing, you will find out that there may be several reasons at different levels of processing that disturb or disrupt the encoding process. Please revise the last lectures on memory and connect your previous knowledge with encoding failure. Second is retrieval failure. If we are not getting proper retrieval cues or retrieval cues are absent, we are unable to recall. Another theory of memory loss is the decay theory. Decay theory says that we forget because the decay of physical traces of the information in the brain with the passage of time, and in the absence of those traces we are unable to recall anything. This decay is more related to the aging process. Fourth is motivating forgetting, or we can say it wishful forgetting. This is also called protective memory loss. We all want not to recall the painful memories, although it is not necessary that we can completely forget these memories. However, we keep on pushing these memories away because whenever these memories come to our conscious recall, we feel that painful experience again. So that is the reason we go for a motivated forgetfulness for this. Then I hope you remember proactive interference, that is about old information interfering with the new information and we are unable to recall the new information. And in retroactive interference, our new information is interfering with the old information and we are not able to recall the old information. Now a good example of this lecture could be that you try to recall the information and knowledge that you have already had from your previous lectures on memory and see what you can recall and how you are able to recall, and then also see what you are not able to recall and why you are not able to recall. This will give you a good drill of memory and forgetting. If you remember, in one of the class when I asked someone about the learning in the previous lecture, one of your class fellows helped him with the retrieval cues to recall the previous lecture. And these cues were successful. See, I am also giving you a cue to think about it. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this lecture. I will keep uploading more lectures on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.